Christy, hello.
What's up, Kelly?
Oh my God, I always come in so hot and you're like,
No, I feel like, when something's a little too sweet, you need to put some salt on it.
salt on it.
I don't know if that's what you do when it's too sweet.
When you ask why your chair's squeaky, it's because you are so fucking salty. Everything's rusting around you.
But I still have my WD-40 everywhere. My mic was rusting earlier, and I think it is. I think it's probably all the salt I put in the air. I am a saltaholic. I love salt on everything but my margaritas, which I don't want anything on those.
This
Is that
means
weird?
I'm officially sugar and you are spice.
But I don't want anything on my margaritas.
No, I just mean in general. If you're salty, you can't be sugar. But I agree with you on the margaritas, although I don't mind tahini on it.
I like tahini on it.
Yeah. Welcome back to Vertically Unstable, where we are already off topic because we haven't even introduced the topip.
What is the topic?
It's back to school. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Do you remember that ad? I think that was the best ad. No? When the school bus, and you can smell the fumes of the diesel school bus and get the kids off to school. Why am I alone in this?
I don't know why you're remembering something that was recorded and shown to you like a TV clip or whatever that I don't remember. That's not normal for us, but whatever. Yeah, maybe
when it was popular, you didn't have children who were going to school, so the algorithm was like, she doesn't need this, and the algorithm was feeding it to me.
I don't think we had algorithms before.
I am not talking 20 years ago, girl. I'm talking like 6 years ago.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant when your kids were my kids' ages, which I'm like, I don't think we had algorithms back then.
In the 1900s, listen, my children have all gone to school in the 2000s. Shut your mouth.
Well, listen, the internet didn't really get going until 97, so.
Right before Hit Me Baby One More Time.
God bless Brittany. Hope you're doing okay, babe.
Yeah, I know.
Watched your feed. I don't think you are. Anyways,
back to school. We're back to school. How are we off topic? Nothing's changed. We've come back to school. We need to have a class on how to stay on fucking topic. But it is back to school, so it feels like this is the time. That time when you're excited to get back to normalcy, but also you have to pack lunches. So it's a conflicting time to be a mom.
Yeah, from my perspective, I want to know where like my reentry is. Like, what's my syllabus to go from? So I work for myself. I work from home, and I had a nanny all summer, but my kids were still around. Yeah. So when they were yelling at each other or at each other, it's still instinctually like I'm like, stop. Yeah. Right. Or, one of them shows anytime I get on a call or a meeting, one of my kids would show up here. Right. So, but now we have to get them off to school, and then back to school is a whole thing. But I mean, I don't know. I had their school supplies delivered to their school. There's this new thing you can do where it says, buy all my supplies, and they just go right to their school. But then I want to know if wine counts as a school supply.
Yeah, can wine be a school supply? Definitely. And we should also just be able to have a wine lunchbox where you just kind of pack it in there, and they have a little spot so it doesn't get shaken up. I know you won't put Chardonnay in yours, but I will.
I hate Chardonnay.
You and my girl Vicky, you can call it Chardonnay, no thank you, like she does. She does like the Pinot Gris. Okay, so what's your white wine of choice then? Or you
Sauvignon Blanc has to be from New Zealand.
So Kim Crawford, Sauv Blanc, and that's it.
Actually, I prefer Whitehaven, but I will drink Kim Crawford if I'm in a pinch.
In a pinch, I'll take this bougie Kim Crawford.
Can I tell you what one of my friends told me?
Yes.
She's like, Kim Crawford has the highest alcohol content.
Well, she's New Zealand.
But no, well, Whitehaven's New Zealand too. But no, I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, most Sauvignon Blancs are like 12.5%.
Mm-hmm.
And Kim Crawford's like 13.5.
Oh, she's trying to be extra. I'll tell you, I just was away last week in Canada, and so there's this whole no American wines thing they got going on there, and I'm not going to get into that, but you do you. But what it meant for me was when I went up to buy wine at the liquor store, I couldn't get any of my California Cabernets, and I don't love Ontario VQA wines. Yeesh. And so I had to do New Zealand. So I was like, I'm getting no Chardonnay. I'm going to have to buy Sauvignon Blanc. And I find it a bit bitter. I like the buttery Chardonnay, so I bought the Kim Crow. I was like, boo. That's my complaint.
Okay,
On my
well,
time off, I had to buy the bougie New Zealand white. So, anyways, this is not back to school talk. This
no,
is
it's not.
real
It's
wine.
not. But let's get it. Well, so we can talk about back to school, but let's start with vacation because I did
Yes.
something that was wildly unpopular for my 10-year-old is I accidentally bought a vacation the week school started. So they
Oh no.
had
Oh no. So there wasn't the first day like fit. Presley didn't get to do the yay, we're back because you dragged her to some ungodly, terrible beach location.
to the beach. Yeah. So how this happened was who goes back to school August 13th? That seems
Yeah,
really early to
it
me.
does.
And my friend Sarah was like, "Hey, do you want to take the kids and go down to Gulf Shores?" And I'm like, "Oh, that sounds like fun. Let's do it." She's got 3 kids, and her kids are one's Presley's age, and then Colton is between her youngest or her boy and her girl. So it's like
Okay.
kind of perfect. And
Yeah.
Sarah's really cool and chill and whatever. And so I get along with her great because we both just don't care. Like we're like, cool, like everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Sarah was like, okay, this is the week we're going. This is how much it costs. She found a great deal. I'm like, book it, Dano. Right? Let's just go. And then I sent it to my sister Jenny, and she's like, you realize that you're gonna be gone for like the first half week of school. And I was like, wait, what? And I was like, Sarah, how did you not catch this? And Sarah's kids go to private school. So they don't start till
Oh,
the
they start.
following week.
I have always just anchored the first day of school as Labor Day, post Labor Day long weekend, because my birthday's always typically around Labor Day. We've talked about that before. And school was always either day of or the next day of my birthday. And then we moved here, and Emery's first day of high school started on the 12th of August. And I'm like, what? That to me feels like a month early. The good news is, though, her school would always finish at the end of May. So while the schools back in Canada were starting after Labor Day, they didn't finish till the end of June. And let me tell you, you really liked being done school at the end of May instead of the end of June. So it's a trade off, I guess.
Well, it is and it isn't. So I feel like the reason that we start school so early here was definitely inspired by retailers because then you have to buy back to school clothes that are summer
And
and
fall and
fall.
winter.
So
Yeah,
because
true.
they can't just wear the crap they've been wearing all summer.
Yeah, God forbid we
God
should.
forbid. My friends have seen me in all of these things. I'm like,
Yeah,
you know what?
exactly.
I didn't get a single item of new clothing until I was in 5th grade, I think,
Yes, yes.
because everything was hand-me-downs or garage
Yep.
sales.
I
But life is Presley. I say life is Presley and Colton. Colton just doesn't really care. If it's
Yeah,
comfortable,
he's
he'll
fine.
wear it, whatever. He's like, fine. This morning, he was wearing this shirt. He put on this shirt, and it was like, you remember in the 90s when they had the tiny little shirts that looked like they didn't fit you and they were kind of, you know what
Yes,
I'm
a
talking about?
little almost crop toppy because it was
But
so
it
tight.
just looked like a shirt that was too small for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what Colton looked like this morning in his shirt. I was like, "Hey, buddy, we gotta we gotta go get a different shirt." But he
I
doesn't care. He's like, "It's fine."
yeah,
I'm like, "You can see your belly when you're
yeah.
just standing
You
there."
you look like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but it was just your clothes. I have the same son, and I remember before I had kids, looking at some kids and like, why do these children look homeless? Like, who takes care of these kids? And then you have one who could give a shit about outfits, and you realize, oh, that's why that kid looked like this. Like Brady would. God bless him. He would put two things together that were completely different patterns, like mismatch crazy, but they would both have one color in common. And so he'd be like, they both have blue. Yeah, but one has 17 other colors of the rainbow, and this is like blue with orange. And he didn't care. And so I used to have to set out three options. Now, this is when he's way little. Obviously, when he got bigger, Godspeed, you're on your own. But I used to set out because I'd have so many arguments with him getting ready in the morning. He would be like, "This is bothering me," and the tag is like, ugh, so many conversations with my son. So I would set out three different outfits that I knew he could kind of crisscross applesauce, and they would still not make him look like a homeless child. And so it was giving him choice. And so I would lay out all three and be like, "Hey, here, pick from here." That was my coping mechanism for back to school with a child who could give a shit about their clothes. Oh,
That's a good one. I just send Colton upstairs, and like
He
sometimes he
would just
gets
change.
it and sometimes he doesn't. And
It was
sometimes I have to go course correct. But what's
yeah.
happened is this little kid, he's 4'2" now as a first grader. He's 4'2".
Oh,
So all of a sudden,
he
nothing
got
fits him, and I'm not really sure what his size is.
oh, and he's probably not going to be that size for long, even if you knew it, right? It'll be
No,
like a month and he'll grow again 3
no.
inches
Speaking of that, I had to get my daughter $180 volleyball shoes that cost $180 that will fit her
for
not
2
next
minutes.
year.
Yeah.
Hopefully for this whole season. Is that yours? Is she
That's
in?
she's my daughter is going to enter the chat. You can come in and get your stuff. You need the whole room. That'll be problematic.
Gen X parents would have said about the situation that
Yeah.
just happened.
Exactly. If this was me growing up, my parents would have been too fucking bad. Get out of here.
My
We'll
parents would have
accommodate.
thrown something at the door the second I tried to open it.
My
Like,
yeah, my parents would have locked the door. Do you hear music? I hear music. Do you hear music, Christy? I think it's the fence guys outside. So, in addition to my daughter being in the room, for those listening, I also have a new fence being built outside. So, there's a group of hardworking gentlemen in the backyard. Today will be a non traditional podcast day. Welcome back to reality.
I know, right? Welcome. I have to say, though, I am really glad my kids are back in school. I'm glad for the structure. I'm glad
Yeah.
for all the things. And, we were talking about packing lunches and all that extra work. I don't pack lunches. They eat at school.
Oh,
Which Presley's like, I want you to pack our lunches. I was like, you two are so freaking picky. Like, what I can manage to get together for you guys to eat for dinner,
yeah.
like that Colton will eat and that you will eat,
Yeah.
like that's enough for one day for me. I'm good.
When Emery first went to school, she used to be the pickiest eater. Like legit, I used to say she was a food racist because she would only eat white things. I'm just going to put that out there. And so when she was first going to school, we were sitting there going, "What are we going to pack in her lunch bag? Like air?" She basically won't eat anything. So for the first couple of years, she was just taking those mini go yogurts or a Go-Gurt stick and a cheese string and like milk in a old school thermos because I'm just like, girl, I don't even know what to feed you. Nowadays, if I had to pack her lunch, it would be Nobu fucking sushi and kombucha and a boba tea. She's really changed from back in the day. But early days, decisions on packing lunches.
You know what my kids do that drives me crazy? This is a perfect example. Last night. So it's Monday. Mondays are hard for everyone, including myself. The older I get, I'm like, I really am only productive Tuesday through Thursday because Monday's like, wait a minute. And
Yeah.
Friday is like, I'm
I'm
done.
out. Yeah, one is you're kind of ramping up to the takeoff, and one you're already taking your seatbelt off because you think you've landed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My VP, like, you don't schedule meetings with her afternoon on Fridays. Like, she'll be like, is this necessary?
I love her. She is my spirit animal.
Same. Like, I'm like, no one cares. And we're all going to forget about it by Monday. And so we're going to have the
Exactly.
same meeting. I remember people that used to put like meetings on my calendar for 4:00 on a Friday. I'm like,
Yeah,
what do you think you're going to get out of me by
exactly.
4:00 on a Friday? It's not going to be good.
And
And
if it's
secondly, we're going to have to rehab this conversation on Monday. So I remember.
exactly, and unless it's due at like 8:30 on Monday, which also rude if you made it wait till Friday at 4. But unless it's due Monday at 8:30, why are you even talking to me? Like this feels like a Monday problem.
I start my Monday problem list on Thursdays. Thursday afternoon, I'm like, these are Monday problems, but they're really Tuesday problems because Monday I'm just staring at the list going, this just doesn't feel good for me right now.
Yeah, and it's extra amplified like Christmas time when people are like jamming all the meetings they should have had back in October and they're putting them on your calendar December 21st on a Friday afternoon. I feel like really this is next year's problem. Like we shouldn't even be having this conversation because we will both definitely forget it before the new year. So unless it's something due tomorrow, please don't engage me in a long dialogue a week before Christmas.
Don't ever work in retail, Kelly, because I'll tell you what,
Yes, that's true.
Q4, man. I mean,
Yes.
Q3 and Q4, if you work in retail, it's the most wonderful
So
time of the year.
exactly.
But it's there's stuff that needs to change sometimes. Like
Yes, you're right.
I have gotten phone calls on Christmas Day trying to change a spot that was airing January 1st.
Okay, that's fair.
So
I'm showing my healthcare background.
yeah, I know
Although I
you,
will
but also your client side background because
client side background.
nothing's
Yes.
ever your problem.
Well, sure, but to you, I'm a client, but sometimes my client is the hospital and the health system, and they would have things where they'd be putting out a request for proposal, like some instrument back in my capital equipment days, and it would be on their PMOs to get their RFP out before the holiday. So they would put this big document out that vendors like myself would have to reply to, and they put it out on December 23rd, and it would have a response due Jan 7. And I'm like, wait a minute. And these responses take hundreds of hours to put together.
Sure.
And I'm like, rude. And every vendor would
Rude.
immediately ask for an extension the minute it was posted. Extension, please, because it's like we're also trying to go to holidays. So I'm glad that you hit your performance objective of getting the request out into the market before the end of the year, but you fucked us for the Christmas holiday.
And
Anyways,
thank you. Enjoy your vacation.
exactly. You'll be writing a prospectus for 100 hours while your friends are all at the ski chalet. But these are my
Your friends go
words.
to the ski chalet?
No, I mean
That sounded really
no.
bougie.
My friends are on the hill. I'm the one in the chalet doing the work. And also I've had 3 knee surgeries. So I'm usually the driver while the family goes on the hill. But we're not that bougie. But I hear it. Yes, it sounded bougie.
It sounded real upper crust, Kelly. Getting
Listen,
real.
you spent Christmas with me. You know what it's really like. I was excited to have your biscuits and gravy. That felt bougie.
Hey, everybody loves my biscuits and gravy. Okay, they are that good.
They were good.
But it's funny. We were working over Christmas because we were working on
Yes,
Vertically
that's true.
Unstable.
We were working on this
So
podcast.
is the problem them or us?
Well, I mean, we were working for ourselves, so that felt infinitely different than doing work for somebody else, I have to say. That was
Fair.
exciting. And then wine was a school supply because we were definitely doing that while we were doing the work.
Yes, there was definitely wine.
Yes.
Um,
Let's get back to kids in school.
do we have to really? My kids are gone right now, and I don't want to talk about the little assholes.
Are they excited? Are they excited to go back to school? Your kids?
Presley's pumped.
Yeah.
Colton, every morning he's like, "Do I have to go today?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's not optional."
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we're good. Everyone I think is glad to be back. We kind of they had to their first week. We had a great vacation. First of all, I'm going to go back to the vacation for a hot second. We went to the beach, which was so much fun.
And remind me, it was where?
Gulf Shores.
But where's that?
It's not on the East Coast, Kelly. It's actually it's on the Gulf of Mexico. It's right between Florida and Alabama. Like it's on the Florida-Bama line.
And we wouldn't call that the East Coast?
That's on the Gulf.
But
Kelly.
I feel like Florida is the East Coast.
It is not. And your fencing people agree with me. Because
they're like,
shut up, Kelly. That was dumb. Stop being dumb.
So you were at the Gulf of America, and then you had... Sorry.
So yes, I was visiting I was visiting. You didn't. I was visiting the Gulf of Mexico, and it was funny. So kind of had some. I'm really glad that Sarah and her kids were with us because Colton and Presley were not into the same things. So as we were walking into the ocean, so we stayed at a place. It was a condo, beach front condo. The condo also had a pool outdoor with a big slide and an indoor pool.
Okay.
Right.
Ooh,
and it's on the beach. Right. So, and it sounds really bougie. Listen,
I was thinking it.
I'm just going to tell you the 3-bathroom condo was $2,500 for 6 days.
Oh,
divided by 2. So it was a steal.
Okay.
And then I bought our plane tickets on points, but or on miles, whatever they're called.
Bougie doesn't always mean expensive because sometimes you're just a smart consumer. So
I love it was pretty bougie to not be expensive, but well, to start our trip off, speaking of dumb fuckery, but to start our trip off, we landed in Pensacola, Florida.
Okay.
And as we're landing, I'm seeing kind of lightning, like there's storms. I'm like, oh shit. So we've had been on 2 planes now because Kansas City doesn't fly direct anywhere, which is one of my complaints about my only complaint about Kansas City is really is that I need direct flights everywhere.
Not the tornadoes, just the connecting flights. Okay.
Can I don't you know what? We had 1 tornado warning this year that I remember.
Isn't it
Maybe we've
coming into tornado season now, August and September?
I don't know. Isn't that hurricane season? That's
Yes.
hurricane
So
season, but I
kind
don't
of
know
the
that it's
same.
tornadoes. No, I
Big
don't.
wind inland.
Okay, listen, I
Anywho.
have no idea. I'm not a meteorologist. I
I'm
just
no meteorologist, but I know we're about to come into fire season. You just kind of learn these things.
well, but I think I think tornado season is spring.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, maybe true. All right.
Yeah,
Anyways, you were
we'll
saying
look
you
that
came
up.
in. We'll look it
Hey,
up.
I will post when tornado season is
Official tornado
officially
season.
on
Okay.
our social media channels. Okay, so we get there. We've taken 2 planes. We've got between us 5 children under the age of 10 and under, right? So we got some youngins with us. Everybody's tired.
Yeah.
Everybody's over it. And we're waiting at baggage claim because we had to check because we were going to the beach. And, normally you drive to the beach, but
Yeah.
not me. I'm not driving 14 hours with my kids. No, thank you. Not when I have miles that need to be used.
Yeah.
So we're just not getting our luggage.
Oh no.
And over the PA, they're like, there's been some lightning in the area. So ground crews can't come out. And so
Oh.
we waited a half hour. The kids are starting to like bash each other's heads into the walls. Like it's just getting obscene at this point. And you can't even really be mad because you're like, I
You
want to
kind of
kill
get it.
somebody.
Yeah, exactly. You're
And
like, I would like to do that.
you're just acting how I feel. And I feel that a lot with my kids. I'm like, oh, I need to fix this, but they're just acting how I feel right now. I've just learned to not
Yeah,
always act
exactly.
like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, Sarah, this is stupid. Like, our place is an hour away. We're taking Ubers, by the way, because again, I don't want to drive. I
Yeah.
hate driving. It's not what I do. And so I'm not very good at it either. So, anyways, hey, if you grew up learning to drive in a extended van
Oh yeah, that fit 16 people.
that fits like 16 people down in the Ozark Mountains of Missouri, or Missouri, as some of those people would
Missouri.
say,
Yes.
that curve and like hairpin turns, okay, with your
Yep.
dad screaming at you, teaching you how to drive, and you failed your first driving test, you wouldn't like driving either. You'd Uber everywhere too if you could. Okay.
Yes, you had me. I liked all the things you were saying about that until the dad screaming at me part, and then I was like, no, I'm out. I don't like that. But okay, I get it. So you're Ubering. Did you decide to ditch
So
the luggage and
I
make it the airline's
nope.
problem? Oh, okay.
So what we decided, we have kids, we can't ditch luggage. We have too much stuff in there.
Yeah, true.
So I'm like, hey Sarah, do you want to take the kids to the condo or do you want me to?
You
Not
doubled
to
down.
not to mention, we had put a Walmart delivery order in
Oh,
that we
so you
weren't
need
going to
to
be
do that.
there for.
Yeah. Did you know what all of her luggage was to be able to see it? Like you could
Absolutely. It was 2
okay.
bags. And yes, I
Oh,
could
perfect.
identify them.
I would have done the same thing.
Anyways, well, I wait 2.5 hours.
Oh,
2.5 hours.
You got the raw end of that deal. Could
Did
you?
I? Because I just went to the bar and had some wine and listened to a book. Because I wasn't driving. I wasn't watching any children.
I envisioned you standing by the luggage claim, sort of watching the carousel not move, but you're like, no, I'll go over.
Kelly, I don't do that. If I get put in a situation where it's not fun, I'm going to go create it. Like, you can't bitch. Like, it's funny. You could tell the difference because Sarah doesn't travel as much as she doesn't travel for work. So she doesn't travel as much as I do. And I've been in enough situations where, other than my nephew's wedding, okay, that was different because I was missing a life event, but it's like, oh, it's delayed. Okay, cool. We just make the best of the worst place that you're in.
Yeah.
Anywho, so that started off the trip, which was a whole lot of fun. Also, I had to go get the groceries with my Uber driver from Walmart because we missed the delivery window.
Oh, yeah. Did they at least have them there? Like they had
returned them, or
you didn't have to start all over again?
We didn't have to start all over again. Okay. But what's great about being in Alabama is they deliver wine. So Walmart has wine. And it's good wine, actually.
I mean, I'm sitting here going, yeah, of course. But I live in a different state, and also in Canada, they have wine too. So, okay. Well, that's
do they have wine in California?
Yeah, for sure they do. My grocery store has like 2 whole aisles just of Cabernet. Like, And
Why?
then my
So Texas does too. So why?
rules are different. I mean, marijuana is different state to state, so it doesn't surprise me that
Yeah, but
controlled
like
substances.
wine's in the Bible, okay? It was
Well,
Jesus's
I
first
know.
miracle, okay? We don't have any references to pot that I know of in the Bible.
I love that that's Jesus's first miracle.
Yeah.
But
Water to wine.
fair. But I mean, it's a controlled substance technically, so I see why they change where it is. And I mean, in Canada, or at least in Ontario, you couldn't even buy, you had to go to a liquor store or a beer store to buy hard liquor and or beer, and it was never available in grocery stores or convenience stores. So when we would come to the US, for the most part, you could get like a 12 pack of beer at a 7-Eleven, which we thought was amazing. So when it came into Canada, it was great. Now it's not everything. So you can get beer and wine in a grocery store, but you can't get hard liquor like vodka or tequila. So if you're really having a bad day, you're going to have to go to a different store. But they did
I
change.
love that you just explained what hard liquor was to me.
I
Like
was
vodka or
explaining
tequila.
it for the audience,
Oh,
not for
okay.
Christy. It was
I'm like,
like
I bartended for 7 years of my life. I know the difference. Know the difference.
Hey, I had a new drink when I was in Toronto with my bestie. It was an Aperol Spritz, but it was a Hugo Spritz. So instead of Aperol, I think it was limoncello or something as the liqueur. It was tasty. It was very summery and delicious. Worth a shot. That's my little tip for you. You got
Sorry.
nothing? You're like, I like neither of those things.
No, one of my friends who is never used exclamation points just sent me a text, and I was supposed to have, like, I need to turn off notifications, but hold on, I have to check this because I think she just sent me a link that said Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are getting married. Hold, please.
How many times have we read that, though?
I
Is it
don't
really
know, but I
real?
want to see what the source is. Hold on.
Okay, hold please. Everybody wait while we find out what this big news is. Is it? How
I
do you
think
fact
that's
check?
fake.
I feel like all of these are fake news.
I don't know, but that's a pretty ring. Hold on, I got to Google it now. Please hold. This is serious. And if you haven't listened to their podcast together on New Heights, can I just tell you, Taylor, you're a baddie for going on there on your boyfriend's podcast, the only podcast you've ever been on, to announce your 12th album. Like
like
that's
that.
some boss babe.
Moves.
But like great for him. But like also, how many people watched that?
Watched it. No, I think it was great. And also, I want a brother-in-law who's a hype man like Jason Kelce is. His intro was like 45 seconds of just screaming how awesome she is. So I thought, wow, I need a brother-in-law like that. I'm going to call Ian, my actual brother-in-law, and be like, bro, what's your deal? I'm also cool.
Yes, Taylor Swift announced that they are engaged on Tuesday, August 26th via a joint Instagram post. Holy shit, people, it's real.
You heard it here
5 minutes ago. It's even on
There you
page
go.
6.
Okay, that's exciting.
Kelly, I'm pretty sure by the time anyone hears this, it will have been but hold on. Hold on. Can I just have a moment?
Yes.
Because I love the Chiefs and I love Taylor Swift. And when the rumors first came out, I was like, dude, they're getting married. They're getting married and having babies. Here's why. A, he's famous, but not as famous as her, and famous in a very different way. Okay. So they're never going to compete for fame, right? He's not an actor or a musician or something, right?
And just hold on. Him being famous is important. Why? Because of her level of fame, it can't be an unknown, or what was?
Well, because I think the unknowns that she's been with didn't want to be in the spotlight. So he's used to the spotlight is my point.
Got it.
He's a family man.
Yeah.
Enough said. She's mid-30s, right? She wants to have babies. Okay. Mm-hmm. And he is like worships the ground she walks off and has no problem with how bright she shines. What I will say to your brother-in-law is, if you can give him the same stats that Taylor gave Jason Kelce,
yeah, and then
he could probably yell for you for 45 seconds.
45 seconds. I just want you to riff about your sister-in-law. Okay, that's fair. I should give him. You want me to feed him the deets? I can do that.
I have goosebumps. I'm so happy for them.
That's exciting.
Oh my gosh.
Look at, she's all verklempt.
I am, because everything, all the celebrity stuff is like, who cheated on who and who, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, can we just have this one
good news story day?
Just this one. Like, if you watch that, if you listen to the podcast, you heard it, but if you watched it,
yeah,
like, even great actors couldn't fake chemistry for that long.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
Did
I just watched the little snippets that way. I didn't actually dive into
Oh,
the whole episode, but
you should. It's
yeah,
good. It's
yeah.
good. It'll make
I
you
know their
want to.
podcast is good, the brothers, which is cool.
Yeah, and they're
But you
not.
know what? You missed one point that I think is pretty special about him and his brother, how much they love their mom.
Right.
So
Which
I'll
is
say
Family
that.
Man.
No, yeah, true. I like the Family Man for me is like Jason and all his kiddos and loving that. But I also, yes, I love a guy who loves his mama. So there you go. That's cool. Well,
Now
that's
I'm gonna
exciting.
cry.
Oh, this is a big day for Christy
It
because
is the big day.
two of her deepest loves are officially coming together.
Also,
Football with the Chiefs and Taylor Swift.
and Presley's gonna come home, and I'm gonna get to tell her.
She won't have
Oh
heard it, you
shit!
don't think? Won't
No,
she
because
have
she's gonna be
heard
with her
it?
dad tonight till 8:30. Damn it! I'm gonna have to text her.
You have to
Text her while she's at school.
text her a screenshot of your official thing. So whether she gets it at school, I hope she doesn't, because I hope they put their phones away. But at least you can break
They
the
do,
news
but
to
the
her.
second that she picks up that phone, she's gonna see it because she has no social media or anything on her phone. Like her phone is like literally, she doesn't even have a game.
Oh,
Doesn't even have a
okay.
single game.
Good.
Let's see
is
the
for
ring.
old school, like phone 911.
Yeah,
Oh,
she was
yes.
like, "Mom, can I download some games?" I'm like, "No, I don't
Let's
want you on
go.
that thing. This
Let's
thing is
go.
for you, for me to track you where you are
Yes.
and
And reach you
you
if
know."
I need you in an emergency. What's your dibs on the ring? 2 million, 3 million? What are we thinking?
I don't know, but I'm trying to find it. I just saw a picture of it, but then I thought it was fake news. But now it turns out that it's real. So hold please. I
I
don't
feel like
know.
she's not going to go traditional ring. She feels like she would have something kind of unique.
Okay, hang on. Let's see. There's a picture of the ring.
Let's see it.
Oh my God. Kelly.
Okay, I'm clicking here also because I don't have my computer in front of me. My daughter's sitting in the room. And she's in my space.
Hold on. Let me send this to you.
Text it to me because now it's doing some weird cyber purge on my phone. I clicked something I wasn't meant to click.
Great. So this is probably not recording and this is all for nothing. Oh, so it's back to school. But in all fairness, like Taylor and Travis, I mean, but just, oh, you can't see it. Just look at these pictures. Oh my God, I'm dying right now. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying.
I'm going to look all of this up. I love that. And on a very related note, but not nearly as newsworthy, front page of page 6, my son also got engaged since I last spoke with you. Finally.
That's so exciting.
I know. It makes me feel modestly older than prior to that. But his girlfriend Bella, they've been together for almost a decade and we love her so much. So this is very exciting. I will get into all of the mom modes of planning. No, I guess I don't get to plan because I'm the boy's mom, but planning and fun and parties.
That's
and
not true.
Celebrations. Well, I guess, yeah, that's changed.
If you pay for it, you get to plan it.
Wait, I got to pay for it? What are you saying?
Well, I'm just saying. Save up your money, Kelly, so that way that you get a...
I better get a job then.
Here's what, yeah, speaking of that, that's why you look so good because you've been on a permanent vacation for a while. But hold on, let me just say this because here was the post, okay?
Yes.
It was your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married.
That is a really
That was
good
her
analogy.
post.
Oh, that is such a good analogy. I love
I'm
it.
just I'm gonna cry. I think I have to go have champagne. I think we need to stop this podcast. I don't have my kids tonight. I'm going to champagne.
There
Okay.
you go. This
Okay,
is when I wish I lived closer to Kansas. Okay, let's talk about back to school still. What is your favorite memory of back to school when you were a kid? Well, I mean, any age. What was your favorite back to school memory?
Hold on. I've blocked a lot of that. My therapist and I worked through it already.
Definitely not the cult years. Outside of that, when you got out of that.
Do you know the one that I remember? And probably I said earlier that I didn't get any new item of clothing until I was in fourth or fifth grade, and that's not true. I remember my first day of kindergarten, and I had a new shirt. It was a Care Bear shirt with it had like purple sleeves and the Care Bear heart, and I had a matching Care Bear bag. And I remember
felt like the
standing.
cat's ass.
I mean, whatever that means.
I don't know why that's a good thing, but
I think it's the cat's meow.
There we go. You're right. I mean, I do use the cat's ass as a good thing, which really, when I think about it, you're the cat's meow. Okay, let's go with that. Anyways, matching Care Bears, you were feeling it.
Yeah, I really was. And there's a picture of all my siblings my brother John's in like leather pants, like the
Oh,
leather,
God.
like because we're back
How
at.
old was he?
He was, let's see, he's 8 years older than me. So if I was in kindergarten, I don't know, high
He was
school, first day
yeah.
of high school or something.
Well,
Um,
still, that's a vibe. Okay, good for
but it
him.
was, I mean, it was like it was in the 80s, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
well, you don't have to tell me about
maybe,
the
I mean, it
80s.
was,
I was
he had
there.
like a, I think he had, anyways, I gotta find this picture,
You
but it
should
was
find
all
that
of us
picture.
that were in school that were lined up. And I just
Yeah.
remember feeling so proud. I was so
Yeah.
proud.
Oh, I loved the back to school shopping. Like my parents never had money and so it was always a hardship for my mom, I'm sure, to try to get us all kitted out. And thank God it's not like today where they give you that list that you mentioned and then you ship it all to them where I'm like, wow, I'm actually subsidizing the school's fucking Kleenex supply. But it was always fun to have new pencils and a new pencil case and things like that. And I think that's part of my Virgo slash slightly obsessive compulsive part of my nature where I loved everything that was new and books that have no writing and no, you put your name on it for the first time. I do love all of that. That
I,
was
s-
my favorite part of going back to school,
I,
except for going on my
s-
birthday. Boo.
Ew. I still, to this day, when I start a new notebook, because I take notes all the time,
Yeah.
I'm constantly writing.
Yeah.
It's I don't ever read them. It's just how I control my ADHD
Same.
while I'm on calls,
Same.
because I'm always just writing random words.
Yes.
And anyways, I still love a good notebook, just a
I do.
brand new clean slate. It just feels so good. I'm
And it
such a nerd.
And I still keep my old ones. I don't know why, because even in real time, I don't refer back to them. I especially am not like 3 years later. But when I was packing up my office, I must have packed up 20 notebooks dating back 6 years. And I'm thinking, okay, I don't think any of this is relevant. But I will say, I am quite like photographic memory for a lot of things. And so I can remember where it is written in a notebook. It's in the bottom left corner, and I'm using a red pen. Like it's weird how I can remember where things are and go back and find the note because I remember writing it down. So I do appreciate notebooks. I switched to the Remarkable, the notepad, the digital notepad, about a year and a half ago. And it feels good because you are writing it down, but there's no paper. So it does feel a bit different. It's like reading in a Kindle versus reading an actual book that you turn the pages for.
Yeah. Kindle's never worked for me. Like I'm
No.
either listening to it or I gotta have the paper.
Yeah.
But this is an example of like what my notes will look like after a call. And
If
so
Jackson Pollock were a notebook, that's what it would
hold
look
on.
like. You're just like
Here's,
half words and half photos. You're
no,
like
they're
scribbly
like
scribbles.
there's arrows everywhere and like there's just and I'm just like going back and trying like maybe I save these and like
Yeah.
someday someone, a billion years from now is like, man, they really like
These
it's
these
like the
hieroglyphics
hieroglyphics.
are really weird. What it would be interesting if you went back to it and you was like, what was my train of thought in that meeting? But I noticed you scribble like just like a random word, but it's
Because
whatever it anchors in your brain because
I
it went up the pen and into your brain.
well, also too, it keeps me focused. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I draw little dancers and I can't draw for anything, but they're scribble dancers and whatever. But so speaking of ADHD, my son actually was recently diagnosed with it. So part of us getting back to school is figuring out the dose, right?
Oh,
What kind of
yeah.
medication to have him on. And that has been, I gotta tell you, people that don't, and I didn't know this before I was dealing with it, but I mean, it's hard work figuring that out and,
Mm,
figuring out things that don't mess with their personality or
mhm.
but also keep them, calm. And
Yeah.
it's especially, Colton is interesting because his doesn't affect his learning at
Mm,
all.
mhm,
Like Colton's wicked smart, which you wouldn't
mhm.
think so because you meet him and he's a big dumb jock, right? But he's really smart and he can read. I mean, he reads everything. It's crazy in first grade. He just
Yeah,
started first grade.
yeah,
But it affects his behavior a lot and his ability to control his emotions.
right.
And so we were also on the beach trip, we had just changed a medication. So we were dealing with that. And so I'm really glad Sarah was there because Colton started to walk out into the ocean. We all started to walk out in the ocean and Colton saw fish at his feet
Mm,
because the water's really clear.
mm.
And he's like, I'm out. Like, this is
Oh.
stupid. You guys are stupid. Like, so
You just reminded can I just give you a little memory? We went
sure.
to we
We're
were on a
we're
we're on a cruise, and Emery would have been 6 years old, and we were in Cozumel, and so we were doing snorkeling, and she very much was into it. I want to snorkel. I can't wait. She puts a mask on her little face with the thing. She looks down, and there's a fucking dory fish, like, and I'm like, oh my god, it's Dory, because it was so cute. But she realized, oh my god, there's fish in this place. Get me the fuck out of this water. And that was the end of Emery's snorkeling career in one moment. She saw the fish. I'm out.
Well, it's funny because Presley. So while Colton and I are sitting on the beach and I'm digging with my nails, digging with my pretty nails in the sand.
Use a
Also,
shovel.
well, I did have a shovel,
Okay.
but also too, there's some things you just have to dig,
Okay.
and also that feels like nails on a chalkboard to me. I hate it so much. Presley is out
Using a
there.
shovel?
No, being
Or
in like,
using
touching sand. I mean, other than on
Oh,
my
okay.
feet, like I
Okay.
don't want to get in the sand. My perfect, like I like to walk in the sand and walk in the
Okay.
water, and that's fine. But
But
I
if
don't
I
want to be
buried you
sitting in
in
it.
it, you'd
No,
die.
absolutely fucking not. That's not happening. That will never happen. You'd have to give me a lot of money to do that because it just feels disgusting on me. In my
Christy's worst day would be cleaning out your old crisper drawer, followed by a yoga class, and then an afternoon in the sand. That's Christy's ultimate nightmare, in case
also
you're wondering how to torture her.
this morning we were on our internal status call. We were talking about people were talking about bones breaking, and they started getting these stories, and I almost passed out, and I almost threw up
I
at least.
know.
So any sort
Yeah.
of bone breaking, like in I love football, so I watch a lot of football, and they show the
And then you
replays
do,
of
yeah,
the injury. I'm like, absolutely not. I
I'm the
like
same.
plug my ears, close my eyes. Like I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I just can't deal with that at all. Thank you very much.
Did you have an injury and that's why it's like such terrible
No.
PTSD? Oh, okay. Because I having
Oh,
first
don't
torn,
talk about it. Ugh.
well, I'm not going to go into descriptions, but having torn my ACL playing a sport more than once, but now I can't watch any of it. So when they do a replay, and it's always the knees, every fucking time it's
Oh
the knees,
God.
I'm like, I can't do it. No, I don't want to watch it. So I immediately, especially if it comes up on like your feed, and I immediately scroll away.
Absolutely
No, thank
not.
you. I did watch a funny one today though, where everybody was having these incidences on trampolines. It's quite funny. Nobody broke anything. They just kind of fell through cracks in the trampoline. So it was quite funny. But
Okay. So
anywho,
on the algorithms,
yes.
you'll laugh at this because suddenly, and I guess because I watch a lot of it, sorry, I just got a notification that I have to leave for my face peel in a few minutes, but that's okay.
Oof,
We
feel
can
the
fit.
face.
It's a light
Pri-
one. It's just a little.
Priorities.
It's
You should.
a little
I
thing.
I would like you to take a immediately before and then immediately after and then an hour after, just so we can all confirm it was a light one.
Mm, okay. I
I
want to
did.
get a real one. Like I was down when we were on vacation. Again, also I call it vacation. Let's be clear. This was a family trip.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a
a
big
family trip,
difference between vacation and a family trip. I spent
especially a single mom. That's not a vacation.
all of my time running back and forth between my children and their needs.
Yep.
And actually, my friend Becky sent me this that it takes 2.5 days for adults to recover from a family vacation
I believe
mentally
it.
and physically.
I believe it. And financially 3 months. But
A decade.
I think I'm with you. That vacations with kids are really just shenanigans in a different location, and worse
Family
because
trips.
they're tired and the food is different and their beds are different. And yeah, I'm with you. Exhausting. We're due for an adult only girls holiday somewhere. I saw this friend who went to this really bougie place in Arizona, in like Sedona, in these interesting huts. It was a bit spendy, but I was like, that feels like a good girls' weekend. And it came with morning mimosas and the thick towels and your own hot tub. I'm like, yes, please.
I'll go.
I'm into it. Let's do it before I have to go back to the real world of working. We could celebrate my end of my sabbatical,
The end of when your sabbatical ends.
my
Cool.
gap
Can
year.
you use whatever bonus, like signing bonus you get and pay for us? I'm
Pay
in.
for it.
Yeah.
Jesus, I don't know. We'll see. Can I write it off? You're the
Yeah.
one who's an entrepreneur. You can write a bunch of shit
Yeah,
off.
you are too, by the way, because also this is what we do here is a little LLC. So I think actually, well, that's what we should do. We should, and then we'll record it.
It's on location. Why did
It's
we
on
just?
location.
Oh my God, yes. Okay, that's it. And we could actually do a review of the place for the place. Oh, see,
Done.
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 I'm gonna go find it, look it up, and let's go do it.
Yeah,
This
get
is
us a bank account too.
Yes.
Something's been on my to-do list for a
And
hot damn
somebody
minute.
please also put money in it.
Yes. Yes, please, please,
Both
please.
of our ultimate retirement plans is to retire and just do this podcast. So if you could kindly just listen to us to get our listenership up and then forward it to, I don't know, 20, 30 friends each. That would be
20, 30,000 friends each. That'd be great.
there. Okay. Aim high. That would be much appreciated, everybody.
Should we do a GoFundMe page? No, I'm just kidding.
We should do a GoFundMe.
That's kind of funny.
Let's do it just for shits and giggles and see what we can get from it.
Come on, Kelly. No one is going to go fund us.
People pay for weirder shit.
What, do you want to have a fans only page?
OnlyFans?
Whatever.
Get it right. Fans only. OnlyFans.
Clearly, I don't partake. Maybe I should.
They do tell you to get a variety of side hustles. So I'm a fan of what my feet look like. So maybe I'll go down that route. You can do OnlyFans. My daughter is really wishing she was not in the same room as me right now because I'm on headphones, so she can't hear Christy. She only hears my side. And I've gotten a couple of side eyes.
Woo! Take a side eye from my daughter over a side boob, okay?
And she would say the feeling is mutual.
Isn't she getting her own place? Isn't that happening soon?
It is. I can't even. My husband's having a hard time with it. He's like, you can, if you don't like it, you can move home. I will rent a truck and come get you right away.
Aww.
I'm not sure that Andrew would move that quickly for me, but he will for Emery for sure. Definitely.
Oh, I love that.
She's a big girl now and she wants to do big girl things. So
tis time to fly the nest.
I know.
Meanwhile, mine are still in element.
I'm going to convert her bedroom right away though into something for me. That was an intentional side eye that I just got there, guys. Full smile. And now she's like, you did not.
I don't even know what to say to that. I got nothing over here.
I can have a big girl podcast room that doesn't have to double as a spare bedroom and a glam room. It could just be my room. Stay tuned, everybody. Andrew was not keen on it. I think he wants Emery to move immediately right back home.
Yeah, he's got to let that go. Yeah, when you do that, maybe I'll get around to redoing my wall back here.
I was really hoping in the time that we had off, I was going to come on today and you would have this beautiful floating shelf situation with your WD-40 on it. And that's not what I got. So obviously I need to fly out there and do it myself.
Kelly, literally, I don't know why you haven't been here yet. You're not doing anything. I need help, clearly.
Okay, that's true. I should. I have to go to Atlanta the 9th through the 11th of September, but maybe I should be squeezing in Kansas. And like you said, though, nothing direct. I'm like, good God, girl. It's like $1,000 in 8 hours. I could probably drive there faster.
No, it takes like 2 days to drive from California.
That's true. I have driven through Kansas on the way to Toronto when we drove to Toronto. I know that's your worst nightmare, but I do it because my husband loves the drive. And so
I don't mind the road trip. I just don't want to drive.
Oh, yeah, same. When
I'm fine. You let me sit there and piddle my feet on the dashboard and change up the radio and listen to a book and take photographs and maybe have a roadie. I'm great.
Yeah. Wait, have you seen those reels though, where people have been in accidents with their feet on the dashboard?
Don't tell me. I don't want to know.
Oh, right. You don't want to watch injuries on football. You definitely don't Google
Speaking of things that are showing up in my feed, though,
yes.
Suddenly I'm getting an influx. I don't know what I did to have this happen of dogs taking care of children. And I think maybe you hacked, and it's so cute. It's like dogs defending children or dogs falling asleep with babies. And it's the cutest thing ever. And I'm like, how did this happen to me? Because
it's the universe is trying to get you to just fall in love with your dog. That's what's not going to happen. If the vertically unstable post I made about Christy saying that fucking dog is what jacked your algorithm, then it was worth it. You know what mine is jacked? Mine is all this food delivery, like the HelloFresh and those kinds of pre-prepared and what is the one I keep getting? Oh my God. Not Factor. There's another one.
Blue Apron?
Yes.
Okay.
What's
So,
happening? They're all on my feed.
yeah, well, it's probably my fault because we're gonna start
Damn it.
doing
What happened? What did you do?
weekly shenanigans for the
Okay.
week.
Okay.
Okay. So in my ever quest to be thinner, healthier, and more efficient, and I also hate to waste food.
Okay.
So I there's 2 nights during the week that I don't have my kids for dinner, right?
Okay.
And then the what these kids eat, like, I mean, Presley, like, beef stroganoff's her favorite thing in the world to eat. I'll make that for her, but if I eat that, like, it's not gonna be good situation for
Yeah,
me.
your quest is going to be
My
destroyed.
quest ends
Okay.
right freaking there because I can't
Okay.
stop because it's so good. I make the best beef stroganoff. You've had my cooking. You know how good it can be.
I do.
So, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do HelloFresh again, and I'm gonna do like the low carb, whatever version of it. And then I get that, and I like was like, "Ugh, I don't want to do this. Why am I doing this? I don't even like the food that much, and I actually still have to prep it. So they have versions you can put directly into the oven, but those don't coincide with the versions that are high protein and low calorie, which is what I'm
Okay.
looking for.
Okay.
So I cancel that subscription, and then I decide I'm gonna do Factor, right? Well, I'm also on Weight Watchers. So when I put when I put the Factor meals into Weight Watchers, the point value is too high. I'm like, that does not allow for a glass or two of wine. So I canceled the Factor thing, and all of a sudden, like Blue Apron, I've gotten 2 deliveries from them, and I know I didn't sign up for that shit. So I'm like,
Hmm.
I logged into my account. It doesn't say it's taken money from me.
You
So
have an
either
account though. Doesn't that imply you logged in somewhere?
yeah, but the account says it's not active.
Oh,
So
really?
anywho, I mean, I also have 4 billion emails, so who knows? I mean, I probably looked at my phone wrong and it's like, signed you up for Blue Apron.
You're like,
But
yes, please.
anyways, I have so much food in my house. I'm like freezing meals. And
Oh
this morning,
no.
Blue Apron delivered, and it's their like the Blue Apron version that is like fully cooked, and it's just like a one portion
Oh yeah,
thing. And
yeah.
so I got 6 more meals today, and I'm like, fuck. So I'm
You
freezing
need
all
that
of
app
them.
that cancels all your subscriptions. You need that Rocket app or whatever it
The
is.
Rocket Mortgage.
No, but there's an app that just
Yeah, it's yeah.
scours
Well,
your phone
it's
and cancels a bunch of shit. You need
well,
that.
you have to tell it to, but what it doesn't tell you, it doesn't really do that because you have to
Oh,
connect the 2. Most
oh,
places have blocked that sort of
oh.
decision-making power, so you
It
actually
also
have to contact them sometimes. Like, sometimes
it
it
also
works, but
implies you remember that you have the subscription. I thought that was the point of the app is that you had things you
well, yeah,
forgot about.
I saw a bunch of subscriptions right, and I'm like, "Unsubscribe, like, get rid of this," and it's like, "Sorry, you have to reach out to them directly." I'm like, "This is not as easy as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, yeah, you're not helping me.
This is gonna
Huh.
take time."
So now
Hey,
you
you
have
know
an
what,
influx
Kelly?
of food and you're supposed to eat nothing. Whoopsie.
Oh.
Fail. I'll come and eat your food. That's what you need me for. Hang up your shelves and you eat your food. Right?
If
Got
you
it.
can do that, and if you can also help me with a couple other things I'm gonna need some help with, I'll cook
Work
for you.
related. Oh, it's bribes. And you're
No,
gonna
I
have to
just
get some
house
Chardonnay.
related.
You're gonna have to get some Chardonnay no thank yous. I know you don't like
I
to buy
have
it, but or some
I
Cabernet.
will get you I will drive you to the store and you can buy your own damn Chardonnay. No, I'm just kidding.
You really know how to really win a girl over.
Listen, here's what I promise you. I have
Okay.
2 kids in elementary. You're
I
gonna
know.
experience every emotion possible in one day. Just the
That's
highest
good.
of the highs, lowest of
I'll
the
be the
lows.
I can be that weird aunt that picks him up at school and is largely inappropriate. Ooh, can we go to a volleyball game too? Because I also will bring my cowbell.
Yes. Also, I was talking about your cowbell. It's soccer. We're high into soccer season. I was
Oh,
talking about you at. Oh, it's fine. Just chill. We'll get to volleyball soon. I
I
think
like
she's playing.
soccer
She's
too.
well. She's playing right now. She's playing rec with her club team. So
Okay.
they play them up a year, but it's to get their cohesion together. Whatever. Can't
Yeah.
even go
Yeah.
there. Like,
It's just more money and more time. Chug
I
chug.
mean, every night of the week. So there is not a single night of the week that we have off between the 2 kids. Not a single night,
Ugh.
which is fine.
Yeah, it's short lived, but anyways.
And I know, and I have to like love it, and also love the fact that I live where I live, where everything's 10 to 15 minutes from me, and I don't have to take a highway anywhere.
That's handy.
Because
That's
that's where I
handy.
get into trouble. Like, I don't want to drive on the highway. I used to when I lived in Dallas. I had to drive the highway all the time, and people in Dallas drive like crazy people. And now I get anxiety like once I start having to drive on the highway. I feel like Cher. Remember from Clueless.
Signs you're getting older. Getting
Do you
driving on the
remember?
highway.
Do you remember
Why
Clueless?
do you remember who I am?
I
And
know,
that
but
you're
you are
asking for
like
a
you can.
movie reference?
We're talking
Clueless.
about being photo or like what's it called?
Photographic memory.
Yeah, that you were talking about that earlier.
I know Clueless, the cover of the movie, and she's
Okay.
in all pink, but go
Well,
on.
at one point, she's actually in yellow. So
Oh, what's the one with
Legally Blonde.
oh fuck. See, anyways,
Well,
go
there's
on.
a scene in Clueless where Dion, her friend, is driving and she accidentally gets on the 405.
Oh,
And like it's like this total like how to get off there and like
yes.
whatever. And that's how I feel
Disaster.
every time I get on a highway these days. Isn't that pathetic?
I mean,
I'm
the
like, someone's
40
gonna hit me.
of all the highways to not accidentally get on, the 405 would definitely be one of them. And then I do know that there's like a famous SNL skit about the taking the 405 to the 57 to the 91 to the 5 to the 55 about living in California. And it is entirely truthful because we'll even have conversations when we're going up into LA, which is not often, but I will look always on Waze or maps to tell you which way to go, not because we don't know how to get there, it's because it's highly traffic dependent. And so I'll say to Andrew, oh yeah, you're taking the 5 to the 55 to the 57 and then grab the 91 and you'll be on the 405. And I'm like, oh my God, it really is just as they described it on SNL. And it's 8 lanes in each direction. So I get your anxiety for sure.
Yeah.
And nobody indicates. They all forget that they need the exit right there. And they go from the left all the way to the right with 500 meters or less. And then the on ramp is the shortest on ramp of any highway I've ever been on. So you literally have 5 seconds to merge into traffic. That is horrible. So I get it. Anxiety for sure.
Well, also what I'll say is a couple things just to hit on California for a hot second. Why does there have to be a the in front of the highways? Like
The
the
405.
405.
What do you say?
Well,
I
like
gotta
in
take.
Kansas City, 435.
You just say I'm taking 435.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what is
Every
that?
other state's like that.
What time you're leaving?
No.
I say the in Canada. I'd say the 401, the 407.
Oh, well, that's
Feels like a
weird.
grammar thing and maybe not a location thing. But anyways, go on. Next
But
point
like,
about
or I'll be
California.
like, I'm taking Highway 70.
Oh, Highway 70. Yeah. Yeah,
Or,
I can see that.
yeah, the thing is, well, apparently Canadian too, but whatever. I just knew it from California. Um, I had a point. I have no idea where it went.
You were going to razz on California for something. Look, here's what I will say is good about having 40 million people in one state. They definitely have created a bunch of different highway options. So at least you're not totally fucked, although all of them are busy. But in Toronto, forget it. That traffic is horrible because you quite frankly have 2 options to go east west
Yeah.
and like 2 to go north south, and you're fucked.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Well, the nice thing about Kansas in Missouri, well, parts of Missouri, but because we live, Kansas City's Kansas, part Missouri. But I don't know why they built like Minneapolis. That's like in 2 states, or no, that's not. I don't know. Anyways, random thoughts by Christy. So Kansas, but the drivers here are friendly. Like,
So they cut you off and then they say thank you.
but basically,
Sorry.
no, actually, but the other day, so yesterday, I told Colton to put on his cleats before his what game do we have? Baseball. His baseball game. And I thought that was done. And I get to the field and I see he's wearing his Hey Dudes.
Oh
And I'm
God.
like, oh shit. Your cleats are at the house.
You're
So
not going to be able to play in those.
well, actually, we tied him real tight, and he played
Oh,
like well. So one of the families that were there watched him, and I
went
jetted
back
back to
home.
the house, and I took the highway because there's 2 ways to get there, and I took the highway, and of course, I made a mistake because that's what I do when I drive, and this person so I had to like exit real quick, and so I put on my indicator, my blinker, as we call it here in the States.
I call it a blinker.
Do you?
Yeah.
You called it an indicator earlier. I was like, what snobby you.
Indicate. I said they don't
Oh,
indicate like a
as the
verb.
verb. Okay, anyways. And this car totally 2 cars next to each other slowed down and let me over
Love that. I
on a
do.
highway.
I do observe that when we go back home, it happens. Like we went back to Toronto and the same thing. People will oh, here you go, in you go. In California, it's like fuck you. And you're like, seriously, I'm an ambulance with lights and sirens. Fuck you, you can't get in front of me.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
bigger problems than whoever's in
exactly.
there.
Yeah, I'm late for something way more important than whatever you got going on inside your little box. I'm paraphrasing. We
My
might
head
need to
just went.
wrap this episode up.
Yeah, my head
Christy.
just went somewhere else with that. Anywho, well, I think we didn't really cover what we wanted to
I
cover
mean,
today,
we didn't
but
entirely cover back to school, but that's just facts. You're still sort of like trying to be in your vacation mode, but you can't be because you got to get back into real life and schedules and assignments and homework. And here's me sitting over here still in sabbatical, trying to
with
understand,
with no
trying to
children in
empathize,
school.
trying to empathize. Well, my daughter's in school, but she's completely independent and does her own homework.
That's
So I just
college.
found out last night what classes she takes. So I'm
That's
crushing it as a parent.
that's college. That's
I know.
different.
I know, but
You
she
just
also has a job, so she's juggling. Good
mm,
girl.
good girl. Get used to it.
I'll allow her in my glam room because she's doing big girl things.
One of the best inventions I think for parents is the link where that you can subscribe to your team's calendar and it just populates your calendar.
Ooh, that does feel like a good invention.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. Because
Can't the
otherwise,
doctor's office do that? That would be great.
no, I think that violates HIPAA.
Probably. Damn
You
it.
would know better than I.
I should know better.
While I'm trying to get my consultation for, I want to do some serious like lasering of the face, or I don't even know
Yes.
yet what I want to do. But I was trying to get my consultation, and they wanted to check with the doctor to see if she could get me in earlier because she usually like when I'm like, just tell Kristen that Christy needs to see her for something. She
Yes.
thinks I'm funny, so
Well, there you go. She'll be
so
like, come
she's
on
like
in.
always like, I mean, I only go there for like freaking. I mean, I get Dysport here, 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 and here. Um,
I love I
specifically.
love that you preface that with only. I only get it, and then you proceeded to say here, 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 here,
But
and
it's
here,
all in the same
but
spot.
not below the eye.
I'm
I,
gonna I gotta talk to her about that when I see her too. But although I don't really have, maybe it's the fat, but I got enough collagen to not really have crow's feet. So
listen, don't brag about your collagen, you 40-something-year-old. Nobody wants to hear about
okay, Kelly. On that note, I do need to go get a mini peel,
Oh, go get
and
your peel. Send
I'm
us a
glad you're
photo.
back.
I'm
Maybe
glad.
next time we can stay on topic because it's what's been happening this summer though. It's like 2 weeks or 3 weeks in between. We got to get back more consistent and maybe
We
actually
do.
have a point to our stories.
This is the part about back to school is we can get back to our own schedules too. We're not trying to like, I'll see you in 3 weeks because I got things going on. We promise that we will get back to some sort of normal calendar. We cannot promise we will stay on topic.
I have a finisher. This is what my life looks like right now. Last week, I took my kids to their annual checkups, right?
Yes.
Together. My son decided to be a T Rex and go nonverbal. I'm not even kidding. Acted like a T Rex, made the noises, wouldn't talk, knocking shit over. Presley uh, is just a mess. And she's egging him on and she's being loud. I had to send them to the waiting room so I could actually talk to the doctor about them because I couldn't hear what she was saying to me. That's how loud it was.
Can I
So go
suggest
ahead.
maybe Colton's medication dose was not accurate?
Okay. It's not. But also the doctor, it's a new pediatrician and she's
Oh,
pretty. So I think he went into his very
oh,
like
he was trying to impress her with his humor.
sure. Anyways, we get in the car and I
Oh,
just start crying.
oh
I
no.
was so stressed out because I'm trying to like get all the, I mean, because Presley's in stage 2 of puberty and there's a whole bunch of stuff you have to get on that. And the doctor's like trying to talk to me, you right. And I get, and it was so loud and so awful. Like I really felt like I was outside of my body and no
You were
one was listening to
overstimulated.
me. And I
Oh,
usually have like bit of control over my children. I mean, I make them stand in corners in grocery stores sometimes. Okay. Like my kids, they listen to me for the most part. But we get in the car and I just start bawling. I couldn't help it. And Colton's
did,
like, Mom, are you having some feelings? I'm like, yeah,
are you having some feelings?
I'm
That's
having
so
a lot
cute.
of them. Presley's like, what's the matter? I'm like, what's the matter? Did you see what just happened in there?
Did they feel bad?
Oh my God, they felt terrible.
Oh,
Like Presley's like, I was like, do you know how hard it is to like do what I do for you guys. And I really was like, I
Oh,
kind of like went off on him, and I'm like, I was like, you guys don't understand like how much I do for you and how
oh,
much time and planning. And Presley, I've gotten 75 texts about your volleyball shoes, for God's sakes. Like, there's so much going on, and all I needed you guys to do was sit there for 25 minutes and be quiet,
yeah.
or at least not like screaming loud where I have to, and I'm bawling this to them. I'm like, like it was, and then they're both like, oh shit.
We broke, Mom.
Well, it's like, in the Hangover movie, you don't remember, but when
Jesus Christ. Here we are again.
when he calls from the desert, he's like, we fucked up. Like, that's what my kids' faces looked like. They were like,
Oh my God.
shit, she's crying. What the fuck?
We broke her.
So yeah, they were
Okay.
like, we broke her. So Presley like gets out of the car. Like, so take him back to school. I'm like, get out of the car.
Yeah.
Go back to school.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna go cry some more.
This is why Mommy drinks. Goodbye.
Mommy drinks. But yeah, it was a moment that would describe my whole back to school
That is-
reentry. That is what
yeah.
it's been like.
Then definitely wine is a back to school supply.
It is.
for
It
sure.
also, I think, might be
And Xanax.
a work, but not together.
Not together, apparently. Allegedly.
I don't know what you do in
I
your
have
spare time, you
taken one
California
Xanax in my
hippie.
life. I have taken one Xanax in my life before a surgery. And I was like, okay, I don't really need it because I'm not anxious, but I'll take it, doc. And then I was like, ooh, I see why people like these. Thanks. That's why he prescribed me literally one pill. He looked at me and was like, I'll just give her one.
Like, she won't be able to quit. There's
She
no quitting
can't
on
quit.
this one.
She can't. She's got no quitting this one.
Okay. We
Anyways,
now
on that note,
jump the shark. It's over. I'll see you next week. I love you.
love you. Miss
Follow,
you.
subscribe, share
Like,
to
share.
thousands of your friends,
Thousands of your friends, so we can retire and do this for you full time and never have to take gas.
and actually get better at it.
See.
Do a few in person. Yeah.
Yes. Dream. A
Dream.
I'm going to go
is a
check on the fence,
wish
guys,
Your heart
and eat some
is-
lunch.
Okay.
You go get your face peeled off and send me a picture.
Love you. Mean it.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.